Maryam. I was born and raised in Subang Jaya. My family have always started F&B since I was small, and I've always lived in the industry.
And I'm Alief, Maryam's husband. I've been in F&B for about 12 years. So after school, I went to college, and after I graduated, I opened the shop and recently closed down to focus on Burgirls.
I would say I'm fun. Not many people know that I'm a young mom. My son is 2 years and
4 months.
4 months now. What about you?
Me. I'm a young dad.
No? I love online shopping. Yeah.
Especially in this business.
Especially during this MCO, I love online shopping like every day. Ding dong, ding dong. So I mean, we both love online shopping, right?
Not me.
Yeah.
I shop on FIFA only. Okay, I love FIFA. That's it.
It's a burger stand by women. So not many burger stands you have women doing it. So
Basically a male dominated industry. So my wife wants to
we want to change the concept, like women can work at a stand outside, not just in an aircon place. So at first I thought like I'm not sure if I can do it, but now I know I can. We want it to be like girls, so Burgirls, like burger. So I just changed it to girls. Yeah, that's how I just came out with it. He thought it was excellent. I think because not many people know that women can work. Now in this society, like people always think that only men can work.
like hard work, labor work.
Labor work.
Yeah.
Like at a store, by the roadside. So I want to change that.
From experience, yes. Probably only 10% are females in the kitchen, commercial kitchens. Even me, I have only worked with a handful of female chefs. The rest are all male. So it's a very, very male-dominated industry, the F&B industry.
Actually, you don't know.
I don't know.
We never figured that out. Like I don't know why, but usually like whoever come to us, and usually men, right, to work in the kitchen.
Yeah. Even for us, even when I had my cafe for like 8 years, we only had, I think, 2 female chefs. The rest were all males. I don't know, maybe girls are just not that interested in F&B.
Or maybe in a hot kitchen.
Yeah,
maybe
hot kitchen.
As a waitress or barista, they want to work. But in a hot kitchen, like not many will be interested.
Yeah, because it's a lot of heavy lifting. It's very hot. You sweat. People shout. The kitchen
it's
is
so
very hostile.
greasy.
Yeah, it's a very hostile environment. So maybe that's part why females don't really want to be inside. But she's here to change it.
So we were in the car and we were waiting for our burgers, and we love burgers.
Burger Ramly,
In a week, like I think mostly 5 days, we have to eat burgers at night. And we were waiting in the car, and it was like half an hour. People were lining up at the burger store, and we were just like, why not girls do it? Why not women do it? Yeah, and so we just decided to just try out.
That's the market.
Yeah.
And we've been getting great response. The recipe was developed quite well. So a lot of people have been supporting us.
Yeah.
During the MCO, everybody was affected, right? And we were at home churning out, I think, 60 burgers a day. So that's quite a lot of burgers to be making at home, And my shop wasn't getting any income. So I was just thinking, if I have a physical store, I was afraid if I can't meet the overheads, if I can't break even after MCO, because I was very uncertain of how the market would react after the MCO was lifted. Burgirls was stable, bringing us income and something for us to do, because a lot of people during the MCO, we just got very, very bored, but we were busy. We were quite busy during the whole MCO. And it was a very tough decision. Obviously, I was very sad, but it's a continuation, basically. Yeah.
It's a new journey now.
Yeah, new journey.
My sister, one of our partners as well. Another sister, but she have a day job as well.
Yeah.
So she will help us when we need like when there's big orders. Then she will come in.
Yeah. Plus sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So very close family lah.
Because we all love food. Yeah, we love like eating good food. And so we just decided to let's do this.
Let's try it out lah.
Yeah. And they just go, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've always loved in F&B, and before I was in school also I already start working in F&B like Subway, Boost.
Yeah, during school.
During school, and then after SPM I started working at the cafe. So that's how I met my husband.
I've always loved cooking for people. Even when I was my mom told me when I was 5, 6 years old, I'll be in the kitchen with her, and when my friends come over, I started cooking Maggi with all sorts of things, and then throughout my youth, I was just cooking all the time. And after school, my parents were like, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I just love cooking. I want to be a chef or professional footballer. So then, okay, it's hard to be a professional footballer, so become a chef, and never regretted it. I cannot see myself doing anything else, and no one else in my family is actually in the F&B industry. One cousin's a chef, but apart from that, nobody else is in the food industry.
I think it's just about timing. Having a own business, you can have your own rest. You can have your own break time. You can just go holiday anytime. You don't have to answer to anyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the biggest
factor.
Yeah. You can just have your own time. You don't have to wake up at 10. You don't have to just go out and find parkings for your work, something like that. Yes.
It's not 9 to 5 club, basically.
Yeah. It's not all glamorous and fancy. There's hard times and
Good times.
good times also. So I think we just have to overcome it, and we just have to do it.
For us, the biggest challenge is our son.
Yeah.
So when we're busy, we have to get a babysitter. So that will be her sister or my dad or my mom, because he's very, very hyper.
Yeah.
So,
and he's very clingy.
yeah.
So it's either him cooking or I'm cooking. So we have to switch during the MCO because my sister couldn't come here. So it was just the three of us, and I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, we did.
Being more organized, and you know how to speed time when you are.
There are a lot of orders, you know how to handle it better.
You know how to do it. I think number one is commitments. You have to be committed in what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Without commitments, I think you won't succeed. Yeah. So if you have maybe you want to do it, but you just want to do it for fun, but I don't think it will work. Yeah. And if you do it because you love it, I think that will work.
Passion has to be there. Yeah.
I think number one is commitment.
I think that not really a skill, but you have to do your own homework. So you can't really rely on people spoon feeding you. So if you want to learn about a certain subject, not subject but let's say burgers, we've done tons of homework on what kind of how long to cook your burger, what kind of ingredients, what cut from the beef, all these little things, from the sauces to the buns. So you have to do your own research. So you just have to be hardworking that way. Proactive. That's right.
Timing.
Time management. Like she said earlier, it's not all glamorous. You have to get your hands dirty. I've had my hands full of oil. I had to go into the longkang behind the shop to clean it myself. I'm the one who has to clean the toilets. So it's not just having something and we sit back, relax, and stuff do the work. You actually have to lead by example, and you have to get your hands dirty. So it's not all glamorous. They always think, entrepreneur, he must be
owning a shop,
relaxed, can do whatever he wants. It's not the case. We are there to work. It's not like we're not sitting at the top. So I think that's a big myth. Even people at the top, so they've got their worries already.
So you have your worries 24/7. If you work for people, your worries only stop at 5.
Yeah, after finish work, you go home with no worries.
So if you have your own business, you have to figure out tomorrow, you have to buy the stocks, you have to prep, and you have to do everything all by yourself if you don't have a staff.
It builds trust. To me, having a team is very, very important. When you're in there, not circle per se, but you need to develop that trust with the staff. Then they'll listen to you, and we have to make them understand why they're doing things. So they're not just doing things blindly. So when they don't do things blindly, they will have more passion. When they actually understand, they know what's coming out of it. I think that's very important when it comes to the customers. Say in the kitchen, you have to fry something at 180 degrees instead of 160 degrees. You explain to them why, blah, 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 so that they actually know, so that it won't be too oily, blah, blah, blah. It just will be a better experience for our customers. So that's one thing, and I think will be the work environment will be fun. So whenever we have staff, we don't want them to feel like they're coming into work. They're coming here, have fun, and get paid for it, you know. So I think that's very, very important to lead by example. And also, if let's say you ask someone to wipe the windows, you actually show them so that they know how it's supposed to be done. Some people just do it, it's still dirty, but they're done. I did it, what? So you're there, you show, okay, see, it's spotless. So then they know the standards we set. So it's not just, okay, sweep the floor, blah, blah, blah. So the training part is very important, and we are there to pick up the slack, because everybody's human. They're bound to make mistakes, and we can scold once in a while, but we can't be expecting perfection.
Every day.
Yeah, and we cannot expect perfection because we are all human beings. We all still make mistakes. I make mistakes, she makes mistakes. So even now, you know, so we cannot expect perfection from the staff. So we are there to hold their hands and guide them to become better professionals. Yeah.
Our menu based on like women, and it's all very powerful women. It's also my favorite lah. I love Beyonce, so that's why our first menu was actually the Queen Beyonce and Ariana Grande. That was our first two, and after MCO we just started with Kim K and Adele. And I've always loved Adele, who doesn't, right? And Kim K has always been, I think, my strong character. Yeah. Queen Beyonce and Kim K is beef patties. Ariana and Adele is chicken, but Kim Kardashian and Adele, we add beef bacon. So Ariana and Beyonce is just patties. It's just beef and chicken.
The classic burger, basically.
It's like a cheeseburger normal. And we have lettuce, onion, tomato. And we have two sauce actually. Actually three. So we have one original sauce, spicy sauce, and Korean sauce. Yeah, so the Korean is addition. Yeah.
So it's like a seasonal item.
Seasonal.
A lot of our customers were looking for beef bacon.
Yeah.
So like, can you have bacon? Can you have bacon? Because we used to have bacon, and then a lot of people were requesting for it, and we was like, okay lah, we add it to the menu.
Yeah.
And use Kim Kardashian and Adele.
Because like we had so many customers saying like we want it with fries and wedges, so I just like post on Instagram like what would you like us to add on the menu, and they just like wedges and fries. And so we used to sell nachos as well, and we just decided to try it on, and and we serve it with cheese sauce, and it's so good.
Friends and family they were guinea pigs
and our friends and family love food also. So, and he loves cooking, and he always like cook for me, and I would like, let's invite everyone and try it.
They were really happy with the product. They said that they would pay for it, so that's why we were actually confident in selling it.
We started this before the MCO, and before the MCO we opened the stand at the roadside, just nearby, and so people can eat at inside our house.
Over there.
They can tap out also, and we use mostly on Instagram. We update all our stocks in Instagram, and now I think people can find us on WhatsApp also.
And there are tons of cars that pass by, so we've had quite a lot of people who actually made a U-turn to come over. 70% would actually buy something, 30% said to come back, and there were actually people who actually came back. And because we're at the exit of the masjid, so after people finish their prayers, they'll see us, and then they'll come tap out some food lah. So I think the location is quite strategic.
Yeah, so we start at about 7, and I think by the 7 o'clock it's like people just finish work and they were just passing by, and they will start order at night. So they see a stall there, and it's like it's homemade. So I made my own patties every day.
Sauces all made.
So the sauces we make, like, it's not just some cheap burger, and because I love doing it, and when I do it I always feel like I'm gonna eat it. So it's all about quality as well. We use very good beef patties, like chicken, we mince it ourselves.
Everything's homemade lah, basically. The girls, I guess.
Yeah, I think because I'm making it, so it's like something different. I don't see any like burger stand girls doing it. So he doesn't always cook as well. I mean, I'm the one who always cook there.
Yeah, actually yes.
I think because our stand is very cute and we put like flowers, we put fairy lights, and it's not just some like stand like a burger stall. It's just like we want it to be cute, and we put like cute banners, and our name is so catchy. So it's just something different. We haven't had a bad review.
Oh, except for my cousin. Got chili sauce or not?
Yeah. They want it to
That's
be
not
like
bad review lah, but
they want it like you can put lingam sauce. So I think like in the future we can put on the side, because our sauce is all homemade and we mix it together already, so you cannot pick your own sauce.
Because other places it's mayonnaise and then they put chili sauce,
tomato, barbecue sauce. So ours is a bit different.
It's basically gourmet burgers in a stand instead of a restaurant. I mean, everybody else is selling ramly, so there are not many homemade patty stands around this area or even in Klang Valley. I think that separates us from the rest of the burger stalls. And once people actually taste it, they'll actually know the quality.
And they'll come back.
We have a lot of return customers.
And actually it's like our menus like it's quite similar to the cafe one. It's just at the stall. And we don't like overcharge it, like not as expensive as a cafe or restaurant. So but it's still the same quality.
Because now our overheads are very, very low. So we can charge very low as well.
We would say it's homemade.
We use real minced beef, so it's not all that processed crap. Like I said, it's our own recipe, it's our own blend of beef, and once people actually taste it, most of them come back. I really stress on homemade everything, so it's not all the sauces you get in bottles, it's something very, very different. People in Subang love that, something different, and been getting a lot of support. We've been getting a lot of students who are active on Instagram. So people like to post pictures, so their friends will come over because they saw their friend post about Burgirls. But also when we open our stand here, a lot of people from this neighborhood come over. So even people in their jubas who come over, people in their baju tidur come over.
Even in boxes.
Once in the boxes.
In boxes and like
it's just very cute. That was the look we were going for our feet, just to make it very, very girly
and funky. It's not like very.
Don't take it too serious.
If you do it too serious, people won't like. It's not fun to like Instagram it and when you Instagram something, you want it to be cheerful and all. So we want to have that concept.
Vibrant colors and all. So I think that actually helps with our marketing as well. Without actually paying for it, sponsored ads or anything.
Especially our stand, like we had flowers, fairy lights.
People like taking pictures at the stand before, and people like the logo as well. Those are the sisters on the right, on the left. I think it's a very cute logo.
I think mostly Pinterest. I always use Pinterest, like from our feed to designing,
packaging
all. I will always look on Pinterest, and they have tons of ideas that I want to do, but not yet. It's still pending. There's so many things I want to do. I think you cannot be too serious, and you just have to play try and error. Right?
Try and error, and actually know who your target market is. So that they can actually read it properly, because you're not attracting 60-year-olds or 13-year-olds. So if you're targeting, like us, we're targeting people who are 18 to 35-ish. So the captions are actually quite not sophisticated, but not too young. No swag and all, So it's fun, yet use proper English, that kind of thing. So I think the target market will actually appreciate the copywriting as well. For your branding. So if you have like one branding, stick to that color scheme. Don't stray too far away from that, because that will just confuse your customers. Because I did that mistake before, and it's working much better now that we're sticking with one
layout.
One main color. So different bit here, different bit there, it's fine, but not suddenly post a picture that's mostly green or mostly red, So you play with more nude, more pastel colors.
You are your own boss. And I think you get to decide whatever like you want.
The decisions lah, basically. Like, time for us is the best perk of being your own boss. But the other thing is, let's say if she wants to change our logo, she doesn't have to get approval from people. She wants to change the menu, she doesn't have to get approval. She can do whatever she wants, you know.
Yeah.
So she has that power in a way.
Yeah. Like you can have your own Instagram page and you can like design it yourself. You don't have to ask anyone.
Not really. Maybe because we're confident.
Maybe because we love doing it.
Yeah. And we don't believe that one mistake will ruin a business. There's always a way to get back. And let's say if this one fails, try another one. Then try another one. Try until you succeed. So,
but of course we have like, will people like my page? Like, of course we have
doubts.
But we just do it.
Yeah.
If they don't like it, we can try something else, and you don't have to like ask. You have to change it, or you just have to go with your instinct. I think you just have to believe in you. I think it's just like spending time with our sons, right?
Well, we do spend time with him,
but not as much during the night.
Yeah, at night it's hard to get a babysitter. I would say the biggest con in a way would be the inconsistency. Well, for now it's been quite stable, but before this, we will have good days, some bad days, so it's very uncertain.
It's unpredictable.
Especially in F&B, it's quite uncertain, and that means your income is uncertain.
Yeah.
So when you're working for someone, if your pay is 3,000 ringgit a month, whether it does well or not, you still get 3,000 ringgit a month. But as an entrepreneur, if this month you're doing great, more money inside. This month you're running at loss, money goes out instead of coming in.
Yeah.
That uncertainty is a bit of a stress. But when it goes good, it's great lah, because you're the one who's taking the risk. But it's worth it.
I think you have to check on your stocks regularly.
Stock take should be done almost every day.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. Like, you can't order your buns when it's finished. So when you see there's only like 5 stack, you have to order.
So basically that's like a par level or minimum level. So let's say you keep 100 in stock. When there's only 20 left, that's when you order. So don't wait until it's finished. Because then it will take a few days and then you'll be out of stock. And another thing is, like our vegetables, we get it almost every day because we don't buy in bulk. We buy it from the supermarket, so our tomatoes are always fresh. Our lettuce, onions are always fresh.
And I think you have to know your supplier, like when they close, what is their operation hours, because we don't get them sent here. We have to go there and
pick it up.
you just have to contact them regularly and check what day are they closed. And if they close on Sunday, I always buy the stock on Saturday, so I have stocks on Monday. We don't know our customers. Like, you could finish your patties on Saturday and Sunday they close. So we cannot find another supplier. And so you just have to keep your stock.
Because even if there are other suppliers, it won't be consistent.
Yeah.
So today
that's the thing about Burgirls lah. I don't want it to be like today from another brand and then tomorrow from another brand.
So we want that consistency. We haven't had wastage except for 4 chicken patties the other day, which we were closed for a few days. I forgot why we closed.
Before we start at Boom City.
So that went to waste lah for chicken patties. But since then, I think we've been managing our stock quite well because, like I said, we don't buy in bulk. We don't buy too much stock because the supermarket's so near. So it's easy. It's very accessible. Easy for us to buy and buy. I used to be, but not anymore. I'd rather play it safe for now.
I'm a risk taker.
She's more of a risk taker.
Yeah. I have to depend on the weather also. Like, I think if it's like cloudy, I still open my stall. But we just have to. If it's rain, then it's gonna rain.
But even like the sauces, we didn't know how well the Korean thing would go. A lot of people have been ordering that as well. We wanted to try it out, and we tried different recipes, and we settled for this recipe. And we plan to have it for maybe 3-4 months and change. Next one will be most probably the local one,
local.
There'll be a local menu coming up, playing with some local flavors
like sambal,
and
but we're not sure yet.
Still R&D, and will be named after local celebrities lah. Once we get their approval, we've sent a few emails, but still waiting for response. We want to create that demand and low supply, because things that won't be there anymore, people most probably run for it,
We just have to work together, and the first thing is honesty, and you have to be upfront. I don't know what he's feeling, right? I cannot read his mind, and obviously he cannot read mine. So I think we just have to
trash it out lah. Because
if you don't like it, him do it in A, you have to tell him to do B.
Stop doing that.
And you cannot just expect him to know that I don't like it. So I have to tell him, don't do that. So then, okay, he will stop.
So basically, communication is very important. Find someone who has the same level of passion as you.
Or have someone that know your commitments. Have someone that willing to take the risk, like the same risk as you. You cannot have someone that do it because of the fame, and you just have to believe in yourself. Right?
Trust someone also lah.
You cannot work with someone that you don't trust.
Yeah, definitely. Takes time. Don't rush into things basically.
I think our sauce. We picked the wrong Cajun for our sauce, and it turns out to be spicy. So we were like, oh, and there are actually customers who love it. So we just like, okay, why not? We have two sauce, original and spicy. That's how we.
And also, we are very proud that we got a stall at Boom City. There are a lot of people on the waiting list. We are happy that we applied quite early lah, because after the MCO, it started getting very busy and people started applying. So we're very lucky to have approached them earlier.
I felt good. We sold out on our first day as well. So we didn't expect that. I think it was just gonna be like friends and family, but there were like actual customers, you know, like stranger, and I was very proud of myself.
Because to get people to actually spend 10 ringgit at a stall, not easy. But to get that kind of trust, because we got our friends to actually lepak around there for the first 2 weeks just to make that place look happening, so that people would trust it easier. So when there's crowd, you know what they say, a crowd attracts crowd. So they were there and just lingered around. They were eating their burgers there. People were like, what's happening over there again? So people came over, actually asked, selling burgers, and she was behind the grill, and her sister was packing the burgers. It was easier to make people trust when there's a lot of crowds.
I think I've always had a good review. In a day, there will always gonna be a person contact me. Can I get a good burger? And say yeah. So I don't want it to be like stop just there. I want it to grow.
Yeah, we want to see it grow up, because we don't plan on having just one. We'll have a few at least by the end of the year.
I slowly learned to be one who.
Me too. I saw myself as a chef who would go work in different kitchens throughout my life, but one day end up having my own restaurant. One that actually shaped me into an entrepreneur instead of a chef. Everything can be done as long as you put time into it. I want everybody to know about Burgirls, because the first phase will be the stands throughout Klang Valley, and then move on to actual shop lots. So I don't want to start something big straight away. So start small, build our foundation, build the name, build the trust between the brand and customers, the team as well, and then have physical stores. Because like I said, the physical stores, as soon as you have a physical store, you need more staff, internet, electricity, bills are very high. The overheads are very, very high. So unless we actually have that name, once we are sure we can actually generate income, a steady flow of customers, then we'll have a physical store.
Yeah, I think they should, because while you're young, just do.
Yeah, or you have the energy.
Well, yeah, like you do it because I think that people will support young people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a young people, you have more friends, you have families that can support you together. I think it's very important.
Your mind is also fresh.
Yeah, you get
more
ideas, you have more feedbacks, and you will make more content.
It's a good learning curve for youngsters to actually have their own business, and if it doesn't work out, you got your whole life ahead still, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be great to start young.
Take a risk and just be yourself doing it, right?
Yeah.
You do it because you love it, not because you're forced to do it. Yeah. Once you do something that you love, and I think it will succeed. So have that voice in your head, like, I love doing it every day. Even you're tired, and when you do it, I think it will come out great, you know. Well, obviously I'm tired, but I love doing it, so I don't mind. It's worth it. Yeah. When you get the feedback, it's just so worth it.
And people actually enjoy. We actually see people say, oh my god, this is so good. Tagging us on Instagram, actually WhatsApping her after them ordering without her actually asking how's the burger. They will come, oh my god, your burger was so good. And then I'll see her smile. For a good mentor, don't go into a place just because of the brand. Go for the chef, find a role model, and learn as much as you can. Because when you're young, your mind's like a sponge. You absorb everything. You won't forget the stuff you learned when you're young. Because I still remember the things I learned when I was 18, 17, you know. Because I started college when I was 17. I still remember it until today. And I've always been applying it to my actual world. I'm very, very blessed to have good mentors back in Australia last time.
Have fun. Like, don't stress out. When you love doing it, everything will turn out to be great. Do it because you love it.
And if it doesn't happen, don't give up. Just keep going. Never stop believing in yourself. Lah. I know it sounds corny, but it's true. You just have to believe, and you must have that drive in you. You have to keep going, no matter the obstacle. Just never give up.